What the? Don't acknowledge me.
I have no eyes to blink.
Welcome in, everybody. That is Emoji J. Every week he does the intro version of this show. This is called Meow and Me. This is a featured show here on the Meet Me platform. Meow means make each one wanted, like you heard from the song. Thank you for the favorite, everybody. Appreciate your favorites. Please favorite all the gifters and one another here in the comments as well. Faves are free, so share them with each other. Also, today's date is June the 23rd, 2025. We have two special guests tonight, and we have a full show. Unfortunately, Kat's Roar will not be able to do Pets in the News this week as she's not feeling the best. But I do have something else for you later on this evening for the in part. I know, please do a shout out to her, hit her up with a DM if you know her and tell her you're thinking about her. Now, this is a featured show, so I'm not going to be interrupting my special guests while I talk with them about their pets, okay? So if you do ask a question that's respectful and kind and appropriate, all of the words in the comments, I will ask the special guest those questions. I might not be able to respond to you personally because it is a featured show, and featured shows here on the apps make it very difficult to have conversations with our people in the comments. So if you want to have a personal conversation, sometime hit me with a favorite and come back when I am not a featured show, okay? And you'll see that in your favorites tab if you go look. Now, okay, now I am super excited, and you might be saying to yourself, what are you excited about? Listen, tonight our pet trivia is going to be around armadillos, and I don't know what you know about armadillos, but we're going to freaking find out, okay? We are going to FAFO and find out, you know, because some of y'all live down in Texas, and some of you all know what an armadillo is, and some of you all might need to be Googling right now because you don't know, because you might be from a different country that doesn't have armadillos. I have no idea. But how many species of armadillos are there? We're going to start off with that question. Is it 189? Is it 7? Is it 21? Or is it 63? How many species of armadillos are there? I see a lot of you saying 63. Is that correct? No. How about 7? No. That means it's either 21 or 189. What do you think? Who's going team 189? Who's going big or going home? Thank you for the gifts. Fred is going big. It's not that one though. It is 21, okay? 21 like the age of drinking in America. 9 extinct genera and 21 extant species of armadillos have been described, some of which are distinguished by the number of bands on their armor. Hello, welcome in everybody. Hello. All right, what continent, not a country, but continent, did armadillos originate on? What continent? Was it South America? Was it Australia? Was it Asia? Or was it North America? I see a lot of you saying with confidence, Australia, and you're wrong. All right, is it South America, Asia, or North America? What do you think? I'm gonna go with South America. Let's see, and that is correct. Armadillos originated in South America, where they still live and breathe and do whatever armadillos do every day. They are particularly diverse in Paraguay, where 11 different species of armadillos live. Only the 9-banded armadillo has migrated as far as North America, where we think of them in Texas. Please don't request the box unless you're my featured guest, Pashi. What is an armadillo's primary food source? Like, what do they eat? What do they eat? Do they eat insects? Do they eat plants? Do they eat earthworms, or do they eat fungus? I see so many. Let's start with ants. Wait, ants is not a choice. Why? Let's go with insects. And you are correct. While armadillos are omnivorous and eat a bit of everything, literally, they eat a little bit of everything. More than 90% of their diet is made up of insects and larvae. It's delicious. That sounds so good. Who wants a side of insects tonight? Armadillos also feed on earthworms, scorpions, spiders, lizards, eggs, fruits, seeds, tubers, fungus, and even the occasional carrion. Yeah, high protein. Yum. Get in there with that. Yeah. Which sense is poorly developed in armadillos? Like, which sense? Is it their taste? Is it their hearing? Is it their sight or smell? Taste, hearing, sight, or smell. What is poorly developed in armadillos? What do you think? You can get what is going on? You do know, Monkey, we are featured right now, right? Like taste, hearing, sight, or smell. What do you think? I'm going to go with taste because they do. Nope. Is it hearing? No, that's sight or smell. Sight or smell. Let's go with sight. That is it. They have very poor eyesight and depend on their keen sense of smell to hunt. Yeah. Some of you like to hunt, but you don't got a keen sense of smell like an armadillo. Okay. How many hours per day do armadillos sleep? Has anybody seen Poshies yet? I'm waiting to see where Poshi is. Please request the box, Poshi, if you're here. Is it 16? Is it 12? Is it 8? Or is it 4? How many? Okay, there you are. Please request the box, Poshi. I see 8. No, good guess. Do you see 16? Derek with the win. As nocturnal animals, armadillos perform most activities at night. During the daylight hours, they spend up to 16 hours sleeping. Some of you do too. Thank you. Hi, OG Lucky. Some of you spend 16 hours a day sleeping as well, but these ones do it in burrows, okay? Armadillos like to burrow into things, and they rarely share their burrows. They are not communal animals. They don't want to share their burrows with other armadillos. They do share them with tortoises, though, and snakes and rats, okay? Just not other armadillos. Thank you, Fred. Yeah, that part. Just so you know, it's pretty crazy. Like, these armadillos like to just do whatever in the evening. Look for insects. Some of you want to hunt, like, it's like us 8th grade science thing. Okay. How many armadillo species can roll up into a ball for defense? Is it 4? Is it 8? Is it 2? Or is it 16? How many armadillo species can roll up into a ball for defense? Hi, Monkey. 16. Dang, that was a good guess, Derek. How about 4? Oh, that's either 8 or 2. Let's go with 8. Oh, it's 2. A common myth is that armadillos curl up into tight armored little balls when they're threatened by a predator. Yeah. Only 2 species, though. Only 2. The Brazilian and the southern 3-banded armadillo are capable of actually doing this trick. All other armadillo species have too many plates, making this level of flexibility impossible. Yeah, so it's really only 2 of them. Can you imagine? All right, welcome in everybody. If you're just coming to Meow and Me, it's nice to have you here. We are on the last question of the night for armadillos. So let's see what you know about the great armadillo. I like to say armadillo. Okay, this is a very serious question. What disease do armadillos often carry? What disease do armadillos often carry? Is it Lyme disease? Da, 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 da. Is it hepatitis? Yay! Is it leprosy? Am I saying that right? Leprosy? Or is it the West Nile virus? What disease do armadillos carry? Is it the Lyme? Is it the hepatitis? Is it the leprosy? Is it the West Nile virus? Oh God, it's so many things here. Let's go with Lyme. Good chest. West Nile. Wow, so folks, we are down to hepatitis and leprosy. Which one of you want to take hepatitis? Who wants some leprosy? Which one do you want? Okay, what disease do armadillos carry? I'm gonna go with team hepatitis. Let's see if I'm right. I'm wrong. It is leprosy. Armadillos often carry leprosy because their unusually low body temperature makes them especially hospitable hosts to the leprosy bacterium. Humans can acquire a leprosy infection from armadillos by handling them or eating armadillo meat. Okay, I'm just saying you may want to take a hard pass if your friend ever's like, hey, I got a little armadillo here. We're going to have a little armadillo. You want to come over for dinner? You are going to say no. That's right. Say no. No, 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 thank you. Okay, that was the end of our armadillo extravaganza, but also some pet trivia tonight. If you're coming in Meow and Me, welcome in. This is a featured show here on the platform all about pets. I have two special guests tonight. My first special guest is named Poshy. I'm so excited to have them come and be part of the show tonight. Please make sure you favorite each other and also all the gifters here in the comments. Let me get in Poshy right now, you guys. Hello, Poshy.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Now, Poshy, do tell us, like, who is your special guest tonight that
So
you
my
want to show
special
us
guest
off?
is called Nala, and she is a Dr. Bordeaux mixed.
Now, say that again. What kind of mix?
Dr. Bordeaux. So have you watched the movie Turn and Hooch?
Oh, yeah, they have the slobbery dogs. Is that right? The slobbery
Yeah, that
dogs?
same breed.
Oh, that's very exciting. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Nala,
Okay, let's check out. And what is their name, honey?
her name is Nala.
Nala, like the lion?
Yes.
Oh. Is it a Rottweiler? No, Chris, it's not it. Go ahead, Pashi, you tell him.
It's a Dr. Bordeaux.
Doctor, I can't even say it. It's a Bordeaux something.
Dr. Bordeaux is a tongue twister.
It is a tongue twister. I was like, what? Yeah, like,
So,
huh? Well,
here
let's
is
check them
Nala.
out. Now, what did you say their name is?
Her name is Nala.
Nala. You guys, everyone, this is Nala. Oh, wow.
Nala, sit. Sit. Nala, sit. Good girl. Good sit. Nala, ice. Yes, good girl.
Oh, wow. Now, how old is Nala, Pashi?
Off the top of my head, roughly about 7 months.
So just really a baby.
Yeah,
Like we're talking of kind of a baby
Yeah.
dog at this. Yeah. Well, where did you get Nala from?
Friend. It was a friend. She was selling her dogs, puppies.
Okay.
So, and I wanted one, so I went along and Got one. Because I did have, before Nala, I did have a Staffy cross pit, but he passed away. And
Oh,
then, so that's why I got her. So obviously, yeah, help.
yeah, and I'm sorry to hear about your passed away dog for sure. I know pets are our family. So, and it's nice that you're making your family even bigger with Nala, you know? So 7 months old. Now, have you been through having a baby puppy before, or is
Yeah.
this your first baby puppy?
Yes, my first boy was Hugo. He was a puppy, so yeah. And then Nala. So it's all normal, so I know what to do. I got obviously my trainer, Ali. So she does my training for me, helps me with training for Nala. So all what you've seen then is help with Ali.
That's interesting. You brought up something really important. You're talking about training your puppy. Now, what are some examples of things that you do with Nala to train?
So I learned how to hold a treat correctly. Obviously, she told me don't hold it like that because you will get bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
how should you hold
So
a treat?
in your hand, just like that.
Oh. You
Yeah.
guys see that? Like, do you see the difference between what Pashi was demonstrating was not this, it's like this. So you can see the difference. It's not this, it's this
Uh-uh.
instead. Mhm.
So they don't bite you. You can just push it out with your thumb, basically.
What are some of the things that you do with Nala to give her treats? Thank you, Deborah.
So I tell her to sit, wait. She knows eyes, touch. She knows lay down. She's getting to know a lot more. She knows another one called talk shit. My language there. um, but yeah, so she barks basically. But it's too late to do it now because obviously I'm in the UK. So
Sure. Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. And it is like what, almost 2 a.m. in the UK?
it's 2:22 here right now.
I can't believe you're still awake. I'm impressed. You guys, please make sure you favorite Pashi. If you haven't hit him with a favorite, do that now. Like he's almost up at 3 a.m. to show you off Nala for you. And if you have any questions in the comments, please let us know as well. Now you said you were like you wanted her. Question, Pashi, like, did you want her because you had heard good things about the dog breed, or did you want
Yes,
her just because you just were like ready for a new pet in your life?
both, both. Like I
Okay.
read up about the breed. I heard it's a very loyal breed. So once they find their owner, they're very loyal. They will love you to the death. Like most dogs, their temperament, because of their mixed breeds, is very iffy because there's four different other breeds in her. So like, but it's get some sassy moments, but she's good.
What does it look like to have a sassy moment with her?
A lot of growling at me, ignoring me, don't listen, just give me the side eye look.
Like this?
Yep. The side eye. Like she loves doing that a lot.
Yeah, like, so what I love about dogs is the fact that they do give you the side eye look, right? So it's just fun. Yeah, Derek, if Pashi's willing to demonstrate how to do that again, that would be great. Pashi is working with a dog trainer while Nala, his baby puppy, basically at 7 months old,
Yeah, that's the wrong
is,
one.
you know, see the difference, you guys, with how to hold the treat, one, so you don't get bit, but also just proper handling. So it's kind of not like this, but it's like this instead. Does that make sense? Yeah. And here is Nala right now. Did you get a chance to check her out? She's only 7 months old and quite large. Okay. How much does she weigh already, Pashi?
Oh, that's oh, I don't know off the top of my head.
Looks about like 35 pounds or so. Does
Yeah,
that
45 pounds. Yeah, 35, 40 pounds ish. I can't remember because she's due for a weigh-in pretty soon. So
Did you have to do anything special for her, like in terms of vet visits and stuff here at the beginning or anything like that?
obviously get her normal flea worming, her vaccinations.
Okay.
But other than that, no.
How much does Pashi eat in a day? Like how much per month are you spending
So
on pet food?
she has 1 meal a day. Usually she needs to have two, but she don't like to eat in the mornings, I find. So I just give her a bigger meal in the middle of the day. So she has half raw and half biscuits. Oh. And I find the raw is best for her.
Yeah, no, and that makes sense. Um, what's your favorite part about being a dog owner, Pashi?
Seeing them grow up and they're just experiencing their life with them, like going on ventures, making
What's your
happy
favorite
making.
adventure so far with Nala?
We've been to the farm. We go on like loads of the walks. Been to the farm. Um, we go to the like down to the store. She loves walking down to the store, to the park. She loves going to the park for seeing the kids and stuff like that.
So she's good with kids too. Is that part of the dog breed itself as a Bordeaux?
Yes, but obviously the other breeds it does flag, obviously. But I got to socialize her with kids more often than normal, so she gets used to them.
That's fair. What are some good things that you've done, especially with you working with the trainer? Some of the other audience guests can just give some free advice a little bit, maybe, or just something helpful from someone else. What are some ways that you're actually working with Nala to socialize her with other people and other dogs both?
So I basically just obviously to go out in the street, take my dog out. I obviously do the training that I have been taught indoors. It carries on outdoors. Um, she then we just meet up with random people in the street and see if they want to introduce their dog. Some do, some don't. Same with
Sure.
their kids. The kids come up. Some of the kids like to have a smooth or anything. They ask first and I say yes, and then they come up. She also offers virtual training as well, Ali. So
Well, we'll ask Allie a little bit more about that here when I
she's
pop her up
amazing.
into the box as well, for sure, if she's willing to share that with everyone. Thank you, Christy. Thank you for all the gifts, you guys. If you're just coming into Meow and Me, welcome in. Meow means make each one wanted. We are a featured pet show here every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we have, guess who? Pashi and Nala as our first guest. Now, we did do pet trivia. You missed the part about the leprosy. You were too late for a little pet trivia, but you are in on time for Pashi and Nala. Okay, thank you for all the gifts as well. Please make sure you're favoriting all of the gifters and each other. Now, this is Nala. Nala is 7 months old and is something Bordeaux. I can't.
Dr. Bordeaux.
I'm not a dog expert, but I'm doing the best that I can. Yeah, meow purr. So welcome in everyone. Now we are just in the middle of asking some nosy questions to Pashi about Nala's training and how Nala is working out in the house for Pashi. Pashi, like, where does Nala sleep?
With me.
Okay, like in bed with you or like on top of you?
It depends. Sometimes on top of me, but usually next to me, by my legs or by above my head.
Okay.
Depends.
Sure. And like, you know, what are some of the things like yeah, that's a good thing, right? We all want a lovey dog in our lives. For sure. I know I have two lovey cats, so I can totally relate um, as well.
Yeah.
Now, Pashi, like if you had a choice between $1 million or Nala, which one would you take?
Nala.
So spicy, without hesitation, without hesitation. And if you were going to have, like, what are some of the things that, hello, if you were in an emergency and you ended up needing to like go someplace, what are some of the most important things you would need to take with you for Nala?
Her leash and her harness, her collar, and that's it.
Leash, harness, and color. That's legit. Like letting people know who, like, she is not a stray, a leash to keep, presumably Nala safe as well as others, but most likely her.
Yeah, most likely her.
Most likely her.
She won't
That
do
part.
anything. She's a
So
bundle of joy. Yeah, you're a bundle of joy.
she's so adorable, Pashi. I can see. What's your funniest story of you and Nala so far?
Funny story. Her running and skidding on my floor straight into my front door. And then her sleeping. It's very strange. She snores like an old man. Very strange. But I'm used to it now.
I mean, I have, yeah, we have plenty of old men chiming in the comments saying, yes, it's like the Me Too movement down here in the comments. No, just kidding. Like a tag team and on. Yes, I can relate. Um, uh, so if you were going to recommend like looking for a puppy, right? What were some of the things that you were looking at, especially because you chose Nala, right? So what were some of the things as a puppy you were looking for to pick the right one for yourself, Pashi?
So it wasn't mainly looking for the right one. I was reading up about the breeds. So I
Okay.
found out more information if I don't know the breed. Like I was unsure of Nala before I got her. So I read up about it, finding more information. If I like the sound of it, then I'll go and visit the dog and see how that goes. And she was amazing. So the first time I set my eyes on her, she picked me, I picked her. She was the first out of her mum, and she was the first to leave her house, the puppy house. Yeah.
At least she was the first to reach a positive home too, right? Like
Yeah.
that's always nice to, a positive, well-loved, caring owner. What would you say is an important thing for other people to know about Nala?
Other people to know about Nala. She gets very scared. I think she got anxiety. So I have noticed that she gets very scared around new things. So if you do see her in the street or see me in America, just stay clear. Just ask me if you want to come over and say hello.
Yeah, I think that's a really good advice, no matter who you are.
Just don't
Never just reach to pet somebody's dog that you don't know, really, really vital to know your boundaries with
correct.
dogs. Yeah. And I love that. Absolutely love that. So, um, what is your worst experience so far with Nala?
Getting bit all the time. Yes. It hurts.
Getting bit all the time? Is that what you said, Pashi?
Yeah, it hurts. Getting bit all the time.
Is it because Nala is teething or?
Yeah, she's teething. She likes to play too. She just don't know her strengths right now. So, and then I got to teach her not to do it and push back in it and put her down and tell her not to do it and yeah, punish her. Right? Yes.
Yeah, and that's good. Like, and then you can see all those teeth are busting through Nala's mouth, just like, "Hi, cutie. Yes, yeah, baby." I do like dogs. I know a lot of people think just because my name is Kitty Commander, I don't like dogs, but I have had a chow chow named Rocky and a beagle and a Labrador. So, absolutely. Look how so sweet, so sweet. Um, if I have a pet named Rocky, all right, we've met Rocky already, Jay. Stop showing off. Um,
It's not all about Jay.
he does like to think so sometimes, Poshy.
I know.
So, I mean, how many hours per day do you have to spend since Nala is a puppy, right? Like, how many hours per day do you guys spend together?
So training wise, I do hours training. And then she gets roughly 2 hours walking a day.
Okay. That's quite a lot, actually. 2 hours.
An hour in the morning, hour in the evening.
Yeah, which is probably important because you did say Nala primarily spends the most of the day then inside.
Yeah.
So you're getting her out, getting her exercised, and also probably having some potty breaks, right? Like,
Yeah, obviously, yeah. There's
you-
potty breaks in between. She does have accidents indoors at the moment. She's still training.
sure.
But getting there, she's getting there gradually to let me know that she needs to get to the bathroom.
Fair enough. And it's a good start at 7 months. Just to have her recognizing it at all is positive, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll hear about a little bit more of that from Ali. Now,
Yeah.
Pashi, if you're just coming in, everybody, please hit Pashi with a favorite. Pashi is a streamer here on the Mimi platform. And Pashi, please, at the end of our time together here with you and Nala, please let people know like what time they can catch you on here if they want to come and see Nala or you, and stuff like that real quick.
Oh, so I just stream regularly. Anytime I send a blast before I go live, usually 20 minutes before I go live. So just keep an eye out on the blasts. I don't have a time. I'm just a free
No,
zone person. Just go live whenever I want.
And that's completely fine too. And do you have any social media or anything you'd like to plug, Pashi?
I do have Instagram. Jay has me on there. So my name's Poshy on there, or Ryan, my real name is. So you could go on and have a look.
I love that. All right. Well, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
being my first special guest tonight,
Thank you
Pashi
very
and
much.
Nala.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Now, if you guys are just coming into Meow and Me, welcome in. And bye, Pashi. And it's nice that you're coming by. Thank you for all the gifts, you guys. Please make sure you come up here and favorite all of the generous gifters. If you're coming in, this is a featured pet show here on the platform every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We just went through some pet trivia about armadillos. We had my first special guest, Pashi, and his de Bordeaux, I think I'm saying that right. Okay. Nala as well. And we are welcoming in my second guest. Her name is, you ready? Just Ali. Ali, if you can request the box, please. Hi, cutie pie. Thank you, Nighthawk. Hello, Ali.
Hi.
right. So, Ali, tell me about who we are seeing on the show today.
So I actually have 9 dogs with me.
Wow. So we're not going to get all to them today. So that means we can have you back again.
Yes, I kind of figured. Jay and I were talking, and he said, "Yeah, we don't have time for all 9, but maybe just a few." So I had to go through and pick, and it's hard when you have a pack, right?
Yeah, no, and truly you do have a pack. Let's start at the point of how did you get 9 dogs, Ali?
So I'm a dog trainer.
Okay.
I do boredom training. So 6 of those dogs are my personals, and the other 3, including this little guy, are a trainee, and they're here for a certain amount of time to just do some training with me and my trainers, and then they leave. So in my custody, I have 9, but personally, I have 6.
Okay. And I love this. Okay, so how does this work with dog training? Like how you said this is one of my trainees, okay? And tell me about that. Like what does it mean to have a trainee, Ali? I'm a little not in the field of this. Tell me more.
So a trainee is just like a student, they're in here, they're in facility, they're here to train. They work with a specific trainer or handler while they're here. So when I refer to trainee, it just means that they're here to learn.
Okay. And like, so how many hours a day do you spend doing this training?
So business hours are actually from 8 in the morning until 5 or so. But the training part of it is from 1 to 5. So it takes about 4 to 5 hours to do all the training.
Ooh, and is that every day they have to do this every day? They gotta be.
It's Monday through Friday. They get their weekends to just be dogs, but Monday through Friday.
That's what's up though. I mean, and that's provides like kind of consistency and learning, right? Like, I'm guessing.
Yeah, absolutely. It keeps them on a schedule. It gives them a routine. It kind of shows them that, we have this specific thing set up for you. And even on their days off, they still work, but in different ways.
Ooh. What do you mean they work in different ways? Like, what does that mean?
So we do things like puzzle games. I do search mats. We do lots of like outside things. So maybe we'll teach them what a pool looks like and how to go in and out of it. They'll do just like small things around the house that just keep their brains working. At the end of the day, these are working dogs, so they need to be doing something. So on Saturdays and Sundays, smart toys, search mats, puzzles, things like that, kind of keep them working.
Now, let's talk about what that means, like working dogs, right?
Yeah.
What does that mean? What does having a working dog mean versus like a casual dog or a non-working dog? I don't know.
Yeah, so we refer to our working dogs versus our pets. Your working dogs are the ones that are vest trained, they have a job, they're doing something specific. Your pets are just the couch potato that lays around and is occasionally asked to sit for a treat.
Right. I mean, and that's completely fair. Am I right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, like, I mean, if there's a difference between a working dog. Now, I might have to have you come back again in the future, Ali, because I'm going to ask you more questions around this as for sure. When you see as a civilian, let's call it, it's me or Spam or Jordan or Prockney. What if it was one of us and we are out in public and we see somebody with a working dog? What should we do or not do in response to this adorable dog that we're seeing doing work? Like, what's the best practice?
So I actually love that question. And a lot of my transfer training that I do when the dogs graduate are centered around how to work around dogs and how to interact with dogs. So it's all about the vest or the owner and kind of what they're comfortable with. As a service dog owner myself, I have a service dog that works for me. My best practice is for you to ask me if you can pet my dog. That's what I ask. most of the time I'm going to tell you no, but at least we ask. Now, if it's a therapy dog, kind of like Caesar here, then the handler for sure will say, yes, absolutely. I think just asking that permission, you never know if a dog is in a vest because it's training, it's aggressive, maybe it's socializing, and if we pet, we're just doing everything to we're doing everything to distract the dog, and we don't want to distract the dog. So yeah, I think just asking, that's the biggest thing. Just ask. If it's a service dog and clearly marked as one, the best thing to do is ignore it. No touch, no talk, no eye contact is my thing. If there's a service dog out there, just look away. They're not there for you. They're there for their handler, you know?
You know, and I think you bring up a completely valid point. If a dog is you know, designated as a working dog, as a service dog, they are there for the person, not the entertainment of other people, or, you know, even though they are adorable and I'm sure they're very well trained and stuff, and you may want to get, you know, see them, they are there for the individual who they are working for. And I think it's very important to remember that if that person says, please don't touch my dog, that it's not an insult to you, but that dog is there in service to the individual, right?
Yes, absolutely. I cannot tell you how many times my first service dog was worked long years. It was 8 years was how long my first service dog worked for. Trained for 2 of those years, and then came back and was a ready to go service animal who knew exactly what I needed from her. And you know, whenever we worked in public, people would always say, you know, I really want to pet the dog, or how old is the dog? I had somebody track me down from the front doors of a Walmart. I'm there to get dog food with my service dog, and this person is screaming through the store, hey, you with the dog, can you stop and talk to me for a minute? Followed me all the way to the back because I was just trying to get it done. And you know, all to ask how old the dog was. That was it. So you know, when it comes to my service animals, I'm a little bit more seasoned. I'll say things, but you know, it's definitely something that's you know, I don't feel like it's talked about enough, and that's pretty much my goal when I started my training and we started our Invest Dogs, is let's talk about service, let's talk about therapy and emotional support and what separates them.
Yeah, and I love that. You know, I was going to ask you, why did you decide to go into dog training service dogs? Like, I think that's an important question.
So I had a dog that I got in 2009. He was 6 months old. His name was Tank, and he was a little red-nosed pit bull mastiff mix puppy. I started training. I worked with a trainer. I started training, and there was something about how quickly I introduced the idea of a behavior, and he caught on. And all I had to do was show him a little bit of leadership. I had to show him that he can follow me, and then he would do what I asked. And it was so crazy to me. I was 15 years old, and I'm like, oh, this is really cool, actually. So I started talking to my trainer that I was working with, and I said, I really want to do some more training. What do you think? And she had me kind of do like some classes with her. She had me do some canine good citizen tests. She had me just step in here and there. And I really, really loved it. So my passion for dog training stayed since I was 15 years old, just kind of stuck as harsh as it could. And I love it. And so we went into training, and I did obedience. Obedience is fun. I love doing obedience, but I love a good vested dog. So when people come to me and they want some help with their service dog, or you know, I train therapy dogs for the school districts in my area. When that need was there, I really loved it. It was just something that sets me aside from obedience, you know?
And that's so fundamentally, like, right there in it. Like, Allie is working, you know, so I don't know how old you are, but you said since you were 15, you recognize this amazing passion and said, this is for me and I want to do this. You went out and took some proper courses. You worked with somebody who was already a professional in the field as well, to develop your abilities to become who you are today. So you didn't just go out and be like, I'm just gonna do that. No, she took some time, went through some process in order to get to where you are sitting at today. Now, if if you have quite an unruly dog, what are some of the things, Allie, that you would do if you had an unruly dog in your life? I'm sure some of you in the audience may have an unruly dog, okay, or at least an unruly child, maybe. Not the same, but close, okay? But what are some of the things, Allie, you would in fact do to try to work with a dog that's unruly, besides just get rid of them or take them to the pound or the shelter because it's just too much? What are some of the best things to do?
So I think if you have an unruly dog, you should reach out to a dog trainer. That's what I would do if I were in that situation. I would reach out and kind of see what's going on. There's a lot of things that as humans, we just kind of accept when it comes to animals. And one of them, when I was working with Pashi, one of the things that he had just kind of allowed Nala to do was jumping. And, he said, every dog that I've ever known jumps. And I was like, well, I have 6 of them. None of them will jump on you. And so I think that, we can, if we get down to like root problems, is it potty accidents? Is it jumping? Is it too much barking? Is it the energy levels? What is it exactly that's causing the dog to feel unruly? And then let's assess. And so I think that that's why it's so important to connect with a trainer, just to understand your dog.
And I agree, like, instead of instantly being like, there's something wrong with this dog, maybe there's a dynamic that's playing out that isn't so healthy and helpful, where your dog is understanding or getting the dog's needs met as well. They might have some need that you're not recognizing, and it's best to go to a professional before you just abandon your pet.
Absolutely.
Let me see, Allie, we gotta see one of the doggies. Do you want to show us any of the others?
Yes. I actually have Klaus sitting off to the side on a bed command. I will hand over little Caesar. He is
little Caesar is adorable, though. I listen, and fairly well behaved for a little puppy. I think. How old? Like 5 months?
He is only 3 months old. Yeah, he's a little golden retriever guy. He's been hanging out with me. He's very patient.
I kind of low key want to get pet smuggled or snuggled, not smuggled. I want to be pet snuggled, like by a little Goldie.
So the other dog that I have for you is Klaus. He's a Great Dane, Great Pyrenees mix. Klaus may look like a large dog, but just letting you guys know, he is only 7 months old. So he looks big, but he's a baby.
Oh my God, this is exciting. I can't wait to see Klaus.
And Klaus has been trained since he was 7 weeks old. That was when he came home from the breeder. And he is trained for service work. So if your 7-month-old dog is not doing the things that mine does, do not take it personal. He lives with a professional dog trainer.
I love it.
Klaus.
I love it. She said what she said, okay? Don't be all jealous. Don't be angry. Just accept it for what it is,
Yes. Klaus, free. Yes, good boy. Okay, and we will just turn our camera and hope that you guys can see us. Here, Klaus. Yes. So this is Klaus. Klaus speaks German. He's only 7 months old.
Why does he speak German, Allie?
Because believe it or not, service dogs are told to do things by people who are not their owner.
Oh, interesting.
So I looked up the language. Plus. Yes, good boy. Yes. Circle. Let's do circle. Yes. Plus. Sits. Good. Plus legging. Legging. Plus mine. Yes, good mine. House. Yes. Plus sits. Very good, buddy.
Man, he is right on point.
Yes. Yes. Sits, Gus. Yeah, good man. Good man. Pass, strike. Yes.
Oh, I choked on the treat.
Whoops. We coughed on our treat.
I seen that. I seen that, Allie.
Pass, strike. Yes. Strike. Yes. Good boy. Pass, come. Good boy. Pass, circle. Yes. Okay. Pass, circle. Yes. Good man. Good boy.
He's doing so amazing. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to distract him as well. But if you're just coming into Meow and Me, welcome in. This is Allie. She's a pet or a dog trainer. And she's showing off Klaus, her 7-month-old Mastiff Great Dane mix that she does a lot of service. She does training for service dogs as well. Like this is her primary mission as well in what she does. So if you're just coming in, welcome in. I'm not having private conversations with people right now. I'm just asking Allie questions. And if you guys have questions for Allie, please ask.
And Klaus is gonna go relax. I have one more dog for you, if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Arius, free. Yes, good boy.
Another big doggy.
Woo. Arius, right here, buddy. Yep, good man. Arius is an English Mastiff.
That explains why I was like, that is a big dog.
Arius, yes. Sit. Good.
He is massive.
Turn. Fuck. Or Arius. Okay, yep. Turn. Turn. Yes. Yes. Arius. Good. Here, Arius.
And another one spin.
Right here. Arius is not my dog, so he doesn't listen to me very well.
That's okay. He's so beautiful, though. He is quite a beautiful dog. And how old is Eris?
Yeah.
Arius is 1.5 years old.
1.5 years. Okay.
And he weighs 160 pounds.
Okay.
Arius, not the camera, buddy.
He has a big tail.
He's a guard dog by heart, but we don't allow it. We don't need a guard dog.
Mm-hmm. Right. Absolutely. And he's a big dog. Like how big is he, Allie?
Well, like I said, he weighs 160 pounds. Yes, good boy.
Wow.
So, just very large.
That's
He's
like
tall, he's very tall. He's very lengthy and requires extra space for working.
mm-hmm. Sure. That makes sense because he is a long dog and he's quite tall as well. I think Mastiffs are the largest dogs overall.
Yes, he's one of the big ones.
How long have you been working with these 3 dogs, Allie?
Arius has been training since 4 months old.
Okay.
Klaus was training at 7 weeks old, and Caesar's been training since 8 weeks old.
Wow. So you've been doing quite a bit of engagement and work with these dogs. What is something you want everybody to know while we're still featured that you want everybody to know about training these dogs and you?
Training is very powerful. I think that it helps keep dogs in their homes instead of ending up in shelters or rescues. I think that it's important to look into trainers, even if you just ask for thoughts or ideas. At least you're putting yourself out there to learn more. And even though training can be expensive, because I hear it every day, it's worth it. You learn the training one time and then you always have that. So.
Yeah, and I think that it's also a fallback into safety. You, especially if a dog is a lifespan usually between 10 and 15 years, right? Ellie, like some longer, some shorter, but investing in learning how to handle your dog properly and how to have them properly socialized also in public spaces is also really important, especially if you plan on ever allowing your dog out of your house, which most people who are dog owners do, right? You know, that's a real thing, everybody, right? And so now you did say you have a dog business and that you do training. If somebody was interested in doing that with you or checking that out, where would they be able to reach you or get a hold of you at, Allie?
Yeah, I have a website, north-paws.com is where you can find me and my trainers and read up on our bios and kind of see how long we've been doing this. I'm very transparent on the amount of dogs that I've trained, how long we've been training for. North Paws is kind of a newer business. I think we're going on 3 years old this year, so it's a little bit newer, but you can always find me there. If you can't find me there, you can favorite me here and shoot me an icebreaker.
And you said that's called northpaws.com.
Yes, north-paws.com. Yep.
Yeah, and if you guys can follow Allie on Instagram, hit her with a favorite. If you do have some questions, you know, she does provide online dog training or I guess dog guidance. I don't know, whatever. And if I had a dog, honestly, Allie, I think it would be well worth the investment as well into properly getting the dog socialized, cared for. Like, I just see that as part of an extension of pet care, right? Like healthy, like eating with like the diet. And I just see that as another extension of proper care, especially when we're talking about dogs. So thank you for being my second special guest tonight, Allie.
Thank you for having me. And if I can, I want to leave you guys with 2 things. If you're looking for a dog, please research the breed. And also, these days have been really, really hot, guys. Keep the dogs at home if it's over 75. They prefer to be at home instead of in a car, locked up somewhere. Just keep them in the AC. Let's keep everybody cool. Many dogs die every single day in this hot weather because people wanted to take the dog with you. Don't do it. It's not worth their life.
And you are so right on, because we were going to go over that next real quick. So thank you so much, Allie.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You guys, please make sure you hit Allie with a favorite if you haven't already, okay? Pashi as well. Now we're coming to the end of the featured show, but I am going to go over something that Allie just brought up because it is the end of the show, but I also wanted to bring this up as well because this week I have the Midwest, where I am from and where I live, has had an incredible heat snap here lately. And temperatures are going as high as 97 degrees out there. And so I think it's important